In our previous videos, we covered how to install Zipup Cloud and how to deploy our first JavaScript application. In this video, we will cover how to connect to the WireGuard VPN, and this is what unlocks a lot of possibilities. So using it, we can connect to Postgres, Valkey, and our VictoriaLogs instance. So we will see how to connect to our WireGuard VPN connection in this video. So you can always refer the docs. So if you go to accessing Postgres, Valkey, and VictoriaLogs or VPN, you can always read the docs. Okay. We can read more about WireGuard from its official website. So, yep. As it says that it's a fast, modern, secure VPN tunnel. And you can also install WireGuard from here. So I have already installed, and if I just open WireGuard on my machine, this is how it looks like. It's a simple interface, and you just have this option to import tunnel from file. So where do I get this tunnel file? So we'll just go to our Zipup Cloud console. We'll sign in. And in the sidebar, we have a section for WireGuard. This is where we create the client peers. We have already a server peer running on the Zipup Cloud server. So I'll create a peer. For every machine, you have to create one peer. Let's call it MacBook local. So for example, you want to run a WireGuard in your GitHub Actions, right? So you can create another peer for your GitHub Actions. So currently, I will create one for my local machine. So the peer is created, and you have an option to download the config. So it downloads the config. Now we just have to import this config to our WireGuard interface. So just click on import tunnel from file and just select the conf file that you downloaded. Before that, let's just have a look at how this conf file looks like. Okay, so this is how it looks like. Okay, and you can read more about what this configuration means, but we'll just directly connect using this configuration file. So let's import it, allow, and click on activate. Now the important thing is you will see a latest handshake, right? So if you see, then the connection is successful. Okay, so now we are connected, and we will test it now. So now what this WireGuard actually allows us to do, it allows us to connect to Postgres instance, our Valkey or Redis instance, and VictoriaLogs instance. So we'll just try to see how to connect to these instances. Okay. Now remember, our WireGuard server is running on 10.13.13.1, and all these services are running on their usual port numbers, like Postgres runs on 5432 and Redis runs on 6379. Okay, so let's just first connect our Redis CLI. So we are using Redis CLI. If it is not installed on your system, you need to install Redis CLI, and let's connect. So we are connected, and if I send a ping to Redis, I get a pong back, right? Now the first thing that you should do is you have to change the password. The default username and password is zipup and zipup. So you should use a strong password, and we'll use this command to change the password for our user zipup. So I'll just change the password, and if I exit now, let's say, and if I try to connect with the old password, and if I send a ping, it tells me that authentication is required because the password is now changed, right? So let's just exit and connect with our new password. And if I send a ping, I get a pong, right? So the password is changed, and this is how you connect to your Redis running on your Zipup Cloud. And we are running it locally. It is routed through our WireGuard VPN connection, so everything is encrypted. Okay, and similarly, we can connect our Postgres instance as well. I have pSQL installed on my system. So I'll use this command to connect to the Postgres instance. It's asking me for password. Zipup is my password, and I'm connected. If I look for this user, you can see that it's a super user. Okay, and you can see list of roles attached to it. Okay. Okay, let's just change the password, and the password is changed. And if I just exit and if I connect back and I use the old password, then it does not work. Okay, let's use the new password, and yep, the connection is working. Okay, so we have successfully changed the password for both for Redis as well as our Postgres. We will also see that how we can use the GUI tools to connect to Redis as well as Postgres. So let's start with that. So let me just open dbeaver. So let's create a new connection. Postgres. And our host is 10.13.13.1 and database is Postgres. User is Zipup and password is Zipup is cool. So let's just see. Okay, let's double click on it to connect. And as you can see that we are connected. Okay, you can look at the database. There is a Postgres database. There's nothing as of now in the database, so it's empty. But yeah, the connection was successful. Similarly, we can use Redis Insights to connect to Redis. So let's use Redis Insights. Okay. Let's delete the existing ones. Okay. The username is Zipup and the password is Zipup is cool. And the host is at 10.13.13.1 and test the connection. Connection is successful, so you can add the database and you can open it. Again, it's empty, there's nothing, but we are able to connect to the Redis instance or the Valkey instance, which is running inside our Zipup Cloud. Now, the last thing is VictoriaLogs. VictoriaLogs is available over HTTPS or HTTP. So let's just open VictoriaLogs. So if you notice the UI, the URL is 10.13.13.1. It's the port is 9428, and then you have to just add /select/vmui. So just this much. If I copy and paste it to, yeah, this much, right? So you can see the logs. Okay, you can apply some queries here. Okay, nothing is there in last 5 minutes. Let's just play something. And log should come. Yep. Okay. So yeah, we will cover VictoriaLogs in depth in some other video. We were able to connect to all three services via over WireGuard. So we are able to connect to Postgres, Valkey, and VictoriaLogs. And we will see some of the advanced use cases in upcoming videos using WireGuard. But yeah, pretty much it from this video. Thank you for watching.